I'm gonna start with you and I might go.
Sure. All right. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Hey, Clay Clops. How you doing?
Hi, Clay Clops.
How are you doing this evening? We are officially starting the Friday Night Live. I guess Q&A or just whatever. If you guys have questions, definitely feel free to throw them down in the comment section and we will discuss them because I would like to do that. So I put out a video today doing a chainsaw milling. I'm doing good. How about you? We're doing great. How are you doing, Emma?
Good.
Emma approves. So we're doing awesome. Just pulling up the live stream on my phone so I can watch the chat a little bit closer. How about you? We're doing great. How are you? There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. So, shows 4 people watching. How's everyone doing tonight? Wait. Her name is the same as mine. Your name is Emma too? Hey, Chris. How you doing? So, hey, Wahawk. How you doing, man? Hey, Mike, did Stacy know you raised her makeup for your What
was the question?
Did Stacy know that you raised her makeup for your Let It Go video? The little snippet that I did?
Yeah.
It's a big secret, but now the secret's out, so.
Hi, Wahawk. Hi, Chris.
Wahawk, his name's Tom. You want to say hi to Tom?
I'm home.
Mr.
Mr. Tom.
So yeah, did you guys see the video that we put out today? The chainsaw milling video. That was a video that I recorded about roughly a month ago. I was up at a friend's house and helped him chainsaw mill a large pine log that he had. The log actually started out about 70 inches wide. And we actually, if you look in the video, you can actually see where we trimmed it on each side. It was a really wide log. So it took, I had to guess, probably 15, 20 minutes per cut. Chris Cox says, nice video. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I spent like a couple hours editing it, but, you know, of course, it seems like a long time editing a video for 2 hours, but it's not. It definitely would come out a lot better if I spent more time editing it, but that was about as much time as I had. I started editing it this morning at about 5:30 this morning, and I finished at about whatever the time it was released, about 8 a.m. or so. Wahawk says, yeah, Mike, check the gas and bar oil every pass on such big logs. Yes, yeah, I did. Yep. Actually, I don't know what happened, but when I edited the video, I put some subtitles in there and it kind of explained what I was doing, but for whatever reason, when I exported the video from the program I use, it eliminated all those subtitles. I don't know why, but I didn't have time to go back and try to figure it out or fix it, so I just uploaded it the way it was. But yeah, I actually ran out of gas on the last like few inches of one of the cuts. But yeah, every cut I refilled the gas, refilled the bar oil, and I resharpened the chain. Every single cut. And I do that with that chainsaw mill just because the size of the logs that I usually mill with that chainsaw, they're huge. So every cut takes like at least 15 minutes or so. So you run that chainsaw that long, you typically run it right out of fuel just about. So I figure if it's going to be out of fuel, I might as well refuel it, reload it with oil, resharpen the chain, and just kind of do the whole thing. Chris Cox, I was just wondering if you were going to be online tonight when I got the notification. Hey, awesome, man. Yeah, we're planning on doing the Friday night live streams every Friday. So for the rest of the winter, at least until the spring, and then we'll see kind of how things change at that point. But up here with the changing weather, a lot of the times schedule changes at the same time. So at least from now until April anyway, we're going to try to do a Friday night live stream with at least myself anyway, and then a special guest.
Hi, Doug.
Doug, hey, how you doing? Doug Prentice says, I really enjoy your content. Curious if YouTube makes it worth your time. Well, worth your time, I guess, is kind of subjective because for me, I actually enjoy doing this. So for me, it's worth my time just because I enjoy it. And we like to come on and chat and just kind of do this sort of thing anyway. I like doing the videos. I like editing them. I like recording them and sharing the stuff we're doing. So that by itself kind of is worth it to me because I just enjoy kind of talking to other people about the stuff we're doing. As far as worth my time in money in AdSense from Google, not really, no. Yeah, it's just like a few dollars per video, so it's really not. If you're looking to make money just off YouTube AdSense, it's definitely not worth it. But if you're doing it because you enjoy it, then it's worth it because you're spending time doing something you like doing. So, yeah. So if that kind of says anything towards YouTube, YouTube's a good company. It's a free platform. You don't have to pay for it. There's no like sign up fee. You don't have to pay to watch. So, you know, it is what it is. But I enjoy it. And so that's why I do the videos. I share what I do. It creates transparency in my business. So if every customer that I sell wood to, I try to remember to hand them a business card, and on the back of that business card has a link, a URL to our YouTube channel. So it kind of, it creates transparency as kind of like how much work goes into milling wood. There's a lot of work that goes into creating boards from logs. You have to go pick up the logs, haul them back here, dump them, stack them. There's just a lot of work that goes into it. So a lot of people don't realize that. And so it kind of helps on the business side because people, if they do decide to watch, they get to see, all the work that goes into creating the boards that they're buying. So I guess there's that value as well. Let's see. Wallhawk says, next time let Emma do it for you. I try to let Emma do as much as they can for me. Because she's smarter than me, so. Jim Dockrell says, hey. Hi there. How you doing, Jim? Chris says, hey, Don, Doug. Hi, Jim. Jim Dockrell says, someone needs a brush for their hair.
Oh, tell them why your hair is like that.
Explain your hair
My
issue.
hair's like that because Today we had crazy blue day at school.
Yep. So Emma, her hair is kind of crazy today because at school they have these like spirit weeks where they do different like themes every day, and today was Crazy Blue Day.
Yeah.
So she wore a crazy bandana in her hair and let her hair just go crazy. So basically, she woke up and didn't brush her hair. I guess that's kind of the way to put it. But
Mom did this mess.
Jim says, "Hi, Chris." Wahawk says, "Emma is not a special guest. She's the superstar of the show. She's Gladys Knight. You're almost a pimp." I am almost a pimp. She's definitely like the star of the show. Gotta give you that. Let's see. Wallhawk says at Jim Dockrell, yes, Mike really lets his hair go wild.
You should put gel.
My hair really doesn't do much.
Put gel in.
I'm just glad it's not falling out. That's all I'm saying. You know, at 42 years old, I'm glad I still have it. So I'm lucky just to have hair in general, especially with my genetics. My mother's side of the family, everybody loses their hair in their 20s. And my father's side of the family, they still have their hair in their 80s. So I know where I got my genes from. And I know for sure where she got her genes from because my father has red hair and blue eyes. So you and I got lucky, right? We got the brains and brawn.
You're
Or something. She got the brains. I didn't get that.
an idiot.
EDCS 2006. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. They say wacky hair day? Question mark.
Crazy blue day.
We're having some wacky hair day. Or wacky hat day or something.
And also at school.
Chris Cox says more work after the board is cut. At the sawmill, yeah.
Wasting.
So I should do like a full video, like from like the time I go outside to the time I come in for the day, because there's a lot.
Between them.
I have a friend who I met through the woodworking business, and just he's bought a lot of wood from me to do projects for customers and stuff. And he was here today working on building a new porch for us, which we're really excited about because that's been a pretty big deal. We haven't had a porch in a long time, or stairs to walk in the front of the house. But today he got to see, you know, really what it takes to mill a log. This afternoon I started at about noon because I started out helping him, and at about noon, 1 o'clock or so, I started setting up the mill, and then I just finished about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So I was working on the mill for about 4 or 5 hours. I milled 2 logs. Just because of the amount of setup that went into doing it. I had to replace the blade. One of the bearings was shot, so I had to replace that. I had to make sure everything was lubricated properly and had enough gas, and so there is a lot that goes into milling a log, and sometimes it consumes a lot of your time. So it's definitely good to see kind of what goes into creating a board, because a lot of people come up and they show up and they're, you know, oh, $10 I buy a board, and it's like, no, nope. There's a lot that goes into just making a cut on a log, and a lot of people don't realize that. So they look at it, you know, like a cherry log or a maple log or a walnut log laying on the ground or a tree standing, and they think it's worth $1 million. And it could be worth good money, once it's finally milled, dried, and ready to be used. But there's a lot between a standing tree and a board that's ready to be made into a table. And not everybody understands that.
Mhm.
Let's see. Doug Prentice says, well, I'm glad you enjoy it. YouTube is all I watch. Thanks for the videos. Thank you for watching. We definitely really appreciate it, because that's why we do it. We don't have a lot of viewers. We don't have a very big channel. I've been doing this for over 2 years, and for the amount of time I've been doing it, we still have a pretty small YouTube channel. And if I was in this for the money, you wouldn't be looking at me right now. I just enjoy doing it for the camaraderie. I'm able to talk to other people who do what I do, other woodworkers, people who are interested in this type of stuff, people who just enjoy watching these things, and who are interested in this process. So for me, it's a lot of fun, because I get a lot of back and forth. I post a video, people ask questions, they make suggestions, and for me, that's just fun. That's kind of the way I get to socialize, because since I started doing this full time this year, I don't typically leave the town I live in very often, because the town I live in is where my business is. So I don't get out very much, I guess is the best way to put it. So this is a lot of fun for me, because there's interaction in a industry and a hobby that I'm quite interested in, obviously. So it's a lot of fun for me as well. So I appreciate the interaction, people who watch, the same as people who appreciate the videos being out there. But I also like to watch videos that are of the same topic that I'm posting. So there's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of YouTube channels that I enjoy watching. Out of the Woods Forestry has a YouTube channel. He has a sawmill. He sells wood. Matt Cremona, he made his own sawmill, which is very interesting. He gets wood, logs, and brings them back, cuts them, mills them, makes stuff with them. Very interesting to watch. There's so many channels like that are out there that I enjoy watching. Fall Line Ridge, Northwest Sawyer, Grizz 270, of course. He mills wood once in a while, and he likes to make stuff. So there's just a lot of channels that are of similar interest that I like to watch. So I like to share the same thing, and hope other people like to watch them too. And I just enjoy the interaction. So. Let's see, I'm trying to get caught up on the chat here. Wahawk says, to the tune of Let It Go, put it on, put it on. Yeah, so if anyone doesn't understand what Wahawk is talking about, definitely go over to my Instagram and look at my stories, or to the Facebook page and look at the stories there. I shared a little a video that I put myself out there a little bit, and I sang or I mouthed the Let It Go song from Disney, the Frozen song, and I kind of put a little effect on the video, so I kind of had like the Frozen look to it. I thought I just was messing around. It was a lot of fun. I like to goof around a lot. I'm a bit of a goofball, but if anyone doesn't know that, definitely, if you follow my Instagram, and I'm on TikTok now too, actually. If you go over to TikTok, which used to be Musical.ly, it's another social media platform, which is similar to Instagram. It's a lot younger. It's a newer platform. If you're not on there, if you go over there and you just look up at Dillons Woodworks, you're probably gonna find some pretty silly videos. So definitely check that out. I have fun messing around, and sometimes I post some kind of wonky things on our Instagram and TikTok, but I just do it because I have fun with it. So Rustic Woods, how you doing? Hey man, I work in IT also and debating on quitting like you and go full time. I'm retired military but still work in Army, contracting on Fort Bragg. How do you like it and do you have any regrets? Listen, Rustic Woods, man. I love that story because that's my story. I was in IT for a long time. I sat in front of a computer every day and I got into the woodworking hobby. Uh, I just love cutting wood, making things from it, just taking material, raw material, and just making like beautiful things out of it. And I would not change a thing. It's scary. It all depends on your situation. If you're in the financial position and you have some benefits, especially with the military, and thank you for your service. If you have some benefits there you can take care of, or take advantage of, I should say, definitely do that. It's a struggle. There's a lot of things you have to balance. There's a lot of scary situations, negativity that you're going to get from other people who tell you that you can't do it. But if it's your passion, just do it. Just pull the trigger, do it. You're going to work more, you're going to work harder. But if it's something that you like doing, then you're not working. Like they say, like if you're doing something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's totally true. I'll tell you that right now. I've been doing this since April, so what is it? November, almost December. I've been doing this full time since then, and it's absolutely true. Like I wake up every day and I get to do what I want to do, and I don't have any regrets. Um, there are days when I wake up and I'm scared. My wife will tell you, like I get stressed and frustrated and scared and frantic, but it's still worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So um, I have 3 kids and a house and a mortgage, and that makes it even more scary. Without all of that, it would be less scary. But I'll tell you, it's definitely been a life-changing thing for me, and I've been a lot happier since I've been doing it. I've been a lot more motivated, full of energy. I am driven to do everything I'm doing every day. I wake up and I'm excited to work on the next project every time. So, yeah, anytime you have any questions, definitely feel free to message me if you are ever curious about anything that I'm doing. But every day is an adventure, that's for sure. So, I'm really excited for you, though. Definitely just go for it, man. Definitely go for it. Wahawk says, unless your phone is dumb like mine, smash the like button or face Emma in a dark alley. Yeah, I wouldn't want to face her in a dark alley, by the way. Hidden Harvest Grow Lights, how you doing, man? I'm building a tiny home in Hillsboro, 2x6, 2x10, etc. I'll definitely give you the work, not a big contract. In Hillsboro, New Hampshire? Hidden Harvest Grow Lights. No kidding, really. Do you have a YouTube channel? Hillsboro, New Hampshire is the next town from here. That would be really interesting.
Bradford?
That's cool.
That's cool.
And if we have chatted before, I apologize if I don't remember that. But wow, that's cool. All yours if you want it. I'll have my money together by March. Yeah, if I can help you out with milling some wood for you and just even coming over and hanging out, shoot, we can record and edit some videos and do some fun stuff like that. I just love doing this stuff. So, Andy's Tennessee Life and Homestead. How's it going, man? I haven't talked to you in a long time. It's great to see you. That's awesome. How you been? Mike, long time no see. How's everybody up there doing? We're doing great. It's getting cold. As far as the cold and me, they don't get along quite well. So if I could be in Tennessee, I'd rather be there, by the way. But we have the kids up here. They love the winters up here. They have their friends in school, but someday we'll be able to migrate a little bit. But yeah, that's great to see you. Walk says, "Who let Andy in here?" There goes the stream. I mean, hi Andy. Oh, I love chatting with Andy. It's awesome.
Hi, Andy.
We should do a live chat again sometime. I had fun doing that. And I have, I got a big 55-gallon drum. I got a couple of them actually out there by the sawmill. And I actually put a wireless access point out there by the sawmill, so I can actually do videos out there now too. So I'm going to start doing live streams at the sawmill, milling wood by the fire pit, by the sawmill, and where we can just kind of hang out and chat. So that's going to come up. It's going to take a little bit of work to get it set up where it will be something that we can do, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. Chris says, hi Andy. Andy says, they let anybody in here these days. They, Wahawk, Chris Cox. Andy says, hey little Miss Emma.
Hi.
Emma says hi. Hidden Harvest Grow Lights. Hey bub, I'm in Concord. I need planking exterior also. Yeah, let me, I'll send you a link. Let me see if I can do this without screwing something up here. I'll send you a link to our YouTube, or not YouTube, Facebook page. And if you message me through that, I will definitely get back to you. And I'll definitely hook you up. I think it'd be a lot of fun. That sounds like a fun project. So, yeah, definitely let's chat about that. There you go, man. So there's the link to my Facebook page. If you message me over there, we can chat about how we can work together. Andy says it's about 50 or so at the moment here. Just saying, it ain't that cold at the moment. Just saying, no, it's definitely not 50. 50. We won't see 50 again until probably April. Ooh, oh, you did that? Good job.
It's one of those number things.
Yeah, we won't see 50 again until April, at least. But we have a couple of road trips kind of in the works. So stay tuned for that too, because I don't know where we're going to go.
Florida
Panama.
Stacy says Florida.
for February vacation.
I'm not really sure why, but Emma just said Panama.
Yeah, I want to
I
go
don't
there
quite-
to see the sloths.
Yeah, probably not.
Right.
So I would like to visit Oregon,
Well, I'm not going.
because that sounds like fun. Stacy said she's not going, so it might be like a single road trip just for me.
Hey.
I'm probably not going to be allowed to do that.
No single road trip. We've already had enough.
Chris says got up to 78 today. 78, really? Do you think you could send some of that warm weather this way?
I know,
Because
I'm in
like
my
that's
process here.
not fair. That's really not fair.
That's not
You know where
fair.
it's 78 here?
Not really.
Right there. Right there. That's 78, right? Well, if you sit right there, it might be 78 if you're lucky. Maybe.
If you sit right where?
But yeah, probably not. Yeah.
No, you're not able to see me. Kyle.
There you go.
Kyle's here.
So yeah, it's about 30 degrees outside right now.
It's not even
Yeah,
bad.
that's not fun at all.
For sure.
Everything's frozen. Oh,
I
now
just go say hi.
suddenly the boss wants to join me.
Hi.
So Stacy and this dork says hi.
You smell. You're like wood stove.
What? So it's actually probably still burning out there, by the way. So I have a 55-gallon drum outside that I stuff with wood. I pour a bunch of kerosene and gas on it, and I throw a match at it, and that's what keeps me warm when I'm outside working on the sawmill. This year, I came up with that based on a friend of mine who does chainsaw carving. And he has like a metal pail, and he just keeps it full of wood, and he just keeps burning it, and that's how he keeps his chainsaws warm. How he keeps his hands warm. And it was a great idea, so I figured I'd give it a shot, and actually it is freaking awesome.
Chris Cox says we can come visit him again.
That's fun.
Hidden Harvest Grow Lights. Be great to do videos of you milling my tiny home. I'll pay for delivery. I'm out by Farah Marsh. So yeah, Hidden Harvest Grow Lights.
Yeah.
They're in New Hampshire.
Cool.
So they're building a tiny home, and they need some wood. So we can
Awesome.
mill some stuff up for them, and it'd be a lot of fun to do videos together too, like some collaboration stuff. Let's do that. Let's do that. We definitely chat though. I sent you the link to Dillons Woodworks Facebook page. Definitely shoot us some messages, and we'll definitely chat about that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Off Bog Road in Hillsboro. I mean, seriously? It's
I
like
don't know where that is, but it sounds
that's the
familiar.
next town over. So
Oh yeah.
I mean,
2 towns over. Haneker.
Bradford actually borders Hillsboro.
Okay.
It's through the state park, through the woods.
Right.
You can't get there from here, but yeah. If you go down through Henniker over 202, you can get there. But yeah, Hidden Harvest Grow Lights, you've made my night. Hey, you've made our night too. That's really exciting to find somebody that close. That's really cool. So definitely looking forward to chatting with you about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hidden, for some reason I thought you was out west. ADSC says Vegas. Ooh, Vegas.
No, we're not going to Vegas as a family vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We wanted to go to Florida
saying.
for
could leave the
spring,
kids in the hotel. I mean, just,
spring training. We wanted to go to spring training.
hey, what happens if Vegas stays in there?
Well, you can go all by yourself.
Well, then you won't know what happened. Because what happens is Chris says, y'all welcome to come over, Mike, and bring the family. Yeah, definitely. I would like to come down and visit you again. We had a lot of fun. It was really cool to check out your property. And definitely would like to do that again. Hang out a little bit more, spend some more time there. Hidden Harvest says 20 minutes east of Dillon. I just pinged your phone. Oh, cool. I'm not going to answer the message now. This way I can answer it tomorrow. This way it stays a new message and I don't forget to respond. So I'm not going to look at it now, but yeah, definitely I think that'd be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Actually, it's really exciting that somebody who's like next time over is like joined the chat. This is really cool. Andy says, hey, Miss Stacy.
Hi.
Yeah.
Still don't have my chair.
I got you a plastic one once.
Wasn't he the one who,
And then I ran over it, but I have another one. There's another one out there.
You should make one.
Hey, we have a porch.
That's true.
Daddy, can you make
I mean,
It's not
a
finished.
chair, a porch. What?
Well, I need a chair to go on the porch so I can be out.
All right, now that you have a porch, I can make you a chair. That's what I was waiting for.
Daddy,
I was holding out for the porch.
Daddy, Daddy.
Homestead Fabricator says, hello. Hey, Jeffrey, how you doing? So how did things go today? Hidden Harvest says, Warner, Bradford, Henniker, Hillsboro. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, we lived in Warner for 7, 8, 9 years, something like that. We've been in Bradford for 5 years. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Definitely come check us out. Like, I'll be around all weekend too if you want to just come and check out the sawmill and just kind of check it all out. Whatever, it'd be a lot of fun. But definitely it'd be a lot of fun. I want to see that tiny home build. I think that's gonna be cool.
That's what
Homestead Fabricator says, Mike, did my first saw blade table. Nothing fancy, but it's something to sell. I think that would be popular. Chris says, hey Jeffrey. Andy says, Mike, you better get that woman her chair built. No more excuses.
Mother's Day. That's your deadline.
That still is kind of a tight deadline.
It's not that far. It's far away.
Yeah, but
It's May.
you're talking about me. Like, I'm pretty slow. Chris says, "Hey Jeffrey." Andy says, "Oh,
You already read
I
that.
already read that.
You didn't read the homestead one.
I gotta change the top chat to live chat." Homestead Fabricator. Good timing on my part. Just finished a table for the deck. Perfect height for a small beverage table.
Ooh.
Yeah, hopefully you did a video on that. Definitely like to see that. So yeah, the new shop. I'll be going down there tomorrow to meet a customer in the morning. We have new heat there, which is really exciting. I gotta finish the insulation there. I'm planning on doing all the walls in plywood. I know that sounds kind of lame, but I'm just gonna buy a bunch of cheap CDX plywood, cover the walls. I might need like 10, 12 sheets. It's gonna be quick, fast. I can hammer it in, put the fake burn effect on it, put a little poly on it or whatever, and just get it done so I can get in there and start working and get some customers in there. We have heat in there now. The ceiling, I'm gonna put some fake wood panels in. I know it's not anything fancy, but it's going to be just to get it all finished up and ready to go and get people in there. And so that's the point of that. And when I start getting into doing all that, I will share some updates on that and show you how that's all going along. So I'm pretty excited about that. Most of our slabs are down there now. Stacy and I have been working on inventorying them. If you go to our website, you'll see a lot of new slabs there. There's probably about 40 slabs up on our website now. We have about 100 or more.
I would say we have much more than 100.
Yeah, we still have over 100 that still have to be added to the website, so I'm kind of slacking on that. But yeah, so it's a lot of work, but a lot of fun. See, Homestead Fabricator, move the chair deadline to Christmas. Christmas, that's still kind of a little tight for me. I can't quite handle that. That way it will be done for sure. Yeah, probably not. I'm a slacker. Chris Cox says, Mike Hidden has a nice YouTube channel. Been a sub to his for a while. Oh, no kidding. I know I pulled it up. Let me see. Let's go back here. 5. Oh, dang. Oh, it says I'm subscribed, but I'm not getting notifications. I just turned the notification bell on. Let's put a last video out 3 days ago. Yeah, I subscribed and everything. I'm missing something here. How am I missing that?
We used to watch this.
That's a pretty big deal. So yeah, we're gonna have to go back and watch some of those videos because I'm not sure how I definitely subscribed at some point. So Homestead Fabricator, I did film a video of the making of the table. Did you find a good contractor to install the heating system? Yes, I did. A local friend who is also a plumber, turns out he can also install direct vent propane heater systems. So he came by the morning that I was kind of frantic about it, installed the heating system. Next day, yesterday, the propane company came by, brought some tanks by, hooked them up, hooked the heat up, turned it on, works great. So we're heated and ready to go. Now I just need to finish the installation, which I will do once our porch is finished on Sunday, Monday, something like that. Then I will be working Tuesday a full day for this other company doing some computer crap. And then after that, I'll be coming up with a full-time schedule for the shop. Probably 5-6 days a week I'll be down there. And I think that's going to be a pretty good time.
Especially right now while it's Christmas time, people want to make projects, and we have those bowls that we should probably put up on the website too.
Yeah, tell them with the bowls.
I don't even know how you met the guy.
Through Facebook.
So Mike knows this guy from New York. I guess he met him.
Facebook group.
It was from a Facebook group. He sent us a box full of homemade wooden bowls, and we've been selling them at our shop.
Yeah, so I've been a member of, several Facebook groups for woodworking and stuff. So a guy posted on there, and was asking, you know, what people do with their finished products when they finish making them, because this guy just liked making stuff, and he has a lot of just stuff that he's made, and he's like, what do I do with it? And so I was like, hey, if you want to send me boxes of it, I'll sell it in our store. So he's been shipping it over here from upstate New York, and we've been selling it for him, and he's been thrilled because we keep sending him checks, and it's just been a good time. So we're going to be putting that stuff in our shop too, but on our website I'll also be doing a lot of custom things that I'll be making. I have a lot of plans coming up. We have a Facebook group. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but it's kind of a big deal because I started this Facebook group 2 years ago. What?
Calm down.
She told me to calm down. So I'm excited anyway. So 2 years ago I started this Facebook group called Beginner Woodworking. Just because I wanted to, you know, start a group called Beginner Woodworking because I wanted to talk to other beginner woodworkers. So it apparently was pretty popular, and now today we have over 12,000 members
Wow.
in this group that I started just a couple of years ago. So we have 12,000 members. We have a website, and on the website I'm going to start offering like kits for woodworkers to be able to take these kits and make stuff out of them, birdhouses, boxes, cutting boards, things like that. And we're going to just start kind of helping beginner woodworkers be able to get into the hobby. So yeah, I thought it'd be a lot of fun, kind of a way to give back. Homestead Fabricator Stacy, for Mike almost burning down the house a few weeks ago, he should owe you a new dining room table and a chair set, not just one chair.
Wait, when did you what?
The wood stove, when I got the wood stove too hot, I told you about that. Yeah. Chris Cox says, I just resubbed to Homestead. I know that I was subbed before. Andy says, good point, Homestead Fabricator. I think that Stacy needs a full dining room set, table chairs, and a full living room set and everything. You guys are killing me, man.
Dude.
You guys are committing me to some stuff that, yeah. I can't even, like, keep up with anything else at this point. But I do want to build all those things, by the way. Let's see. Homestead Fabricator. Thanks, Chris. Trying to do a video a week of the project of the day. Chris says, I didn't realize that I was not getting notified of your videos, Jeffrey. Yeah, it's weird sometimes YouTube does that. Kind of weird, but did you guys see the video of the slabbing of the big log that I put out earlier? There's a video that I kind of recorded and I kind of had sitting on my computer for the last month or so, and it took me a little bit to get it edited, which really, I guess, edited is kind of like quote unquote not really greatly edited, but I did it kind of quick. I say quick, it still took a few hours for me to edit it. Let's see here. It says 75 views in like the last 12 hours. So yeah, I guess it's not that popular. But I wanted to put it out there, at least, you know, it's something I did. Homestead Fabricator, with your Dillons Woodworks channel, 2 Facebook pages, fixing up your house, fixing up your new store, shop, sawmilling, where do you have the time for working on computers? Well, I really don't. I guess I work on computers 1 day a week. This month I probably did computer work 2 or 3 days. Next month I'll probably do 4 or 5 days. So I don't really have the time, but I make the time because it's guaranteed income, because the company pays me by the hour that I do the consulting work for. So whenever I can squeeze it in, I do it. because a lot of the other work I do, unfortunately, doesn't always pay me. But it's something I'm working on developing a business. So in the long term, in the long game, and with patience and determination, I'm hoping to build something from it. But with the computer stuff, it's just to kind of keep me going. I don't do it for fun. I just do it because it's a source of income. Homestead Fabricator didn't watch that big slabbing video yet. Yet I thought it was a fairly decent video. It's not great as far as quality of a video, but it was a lot of fun slabbing that log. It was a big log. So I thought it was interesting and something fun to share. Homestead Fabricator says, Mike, never complain about the weather in Bradford. Mount Washington has it much worse. Well, yeah, it does. Mount Washington has it worse in like October and April, like months that we don't have it worse. So yeah, Mount Washington is a much higher elevation, of course, but okay.
Okay.
So Kyle wants to answer some questions. I have to go. Nature calls. I have to use the restroom for a minute, so I'm gonna be back in a second.
Hopefully you guys.
DP Mike, how you doing? Hey, good to see you. What's up, man? Long time no see. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while. How you been? How's things going? You have to excuse me for just a second. I just have to use the restroom. I'll be right back. I promise. Unless you don't want me to come back.
Mike, you know how things go when you get hit with emotional stuff. Hi guys. Oh no. I want to give up the shop this week a few times, but figure out the projects to do in the shop until sales get more. What? That's enough bar on that saw to slab that pine. What's up? I thought it was going to be a good show with the saw. Well, we're on the couch talking, so it's not going to really be a show with saws. Not even big saws. I want to fix saw earlier. If you watch.
Wow, that was quick.
All right.
Yeah.
What kind of lies did you tell about me?
No lies.
Let's see. Homestead Fabricator says, Mike, you know, you probably already read this.
Yeah.
You know how things go when you get hit with emotional stuff. Wanted to give up the shop this week a few times, but figured out projects to do in the shop until sales get rolling. Yeah, Jeffrey, man, it's a challenge. It really is. I mean, Stacy, if she could talk to you one-on-one, she'll tell you. One day to the next, some days I'm just like, why am I doing this? Did I make a mistake? Should I go back to work? To the next day where I'm just like excited and happy and making things that I want to do, and it's an emotional roller coaster for sure. It's scary though. It's, you know, you're giving up a guaranteed paycheck, benefits, health, insurance, and all that for like uncertainty. But the uncertainty comes with another reward in that you get to do what you want. You get to do what you love doing. You get to enjoy the process every day. I mean, yeah, you never know what the next day is going to bring you. You don't know where your next paycheck's going to come from, but it's still worth it. I mean, I the way I see it, I feel like that's kind of the way people are meant to live. Like, it's just to provide value to other people in trade for other value. And it's just the way that I naturally feel like I need to live. It's hard most of the time, but I'm okay with that because I like working hard. I enjoy working a lot because I enjoy what I do. So you have to be very thoughtful about it and think about what it is that you're trying to accomplish with it. If you enjoy security, enjoy a regular paycheck, enjoy a guaranteed reward in the end all the time, then working for someone else might be a better fit. But for me, I just like having control over my own destiny and be able to have control over what legacy I'm gonna leave behind in the end. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at. But everybody has their own, everybody's different. So Jim Dockrell says that was enough bar on that saw to slab that pine. Just enough. Yeah, it was just enough. Just barely enough. Well, actually, it wasn't even enough. I should put it that way. We had to trim that log. There were some subtitles in there for whatever reason didn't stick in the video when I uploaded it. For whatever reason, it got cut out. But I put in the video that log was 70 inches wide to begin with, so we actually had to trim that log down to the 52 inches that it was when we finished milling it. It was a big log, but 52 inches was the max that we could squeeze that saw through. It was a lot of work, for sure. Getting started on homesteading. How you doing? Hey, good to see you. Sorry I'm getting a little bit behind on the chat here. Chris says, I thought it was a good video showing the big saw. Yeah, that saw is huge. It takes a lot of work running that thing. Homestead fabricator. Kids, Santa lives next door to me. Better be good or we'll walk next door and tell him you've been naughty. Holy crap. Did you know that Santa lived next door to Jeffrey Byer?
I mean, he lives in
I didn't know he lived in Wisconsin. It's crazy. Well, Wisconsin's closer to North Pole.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
See, homestead fabricator. If Stacy puts up with your emotional ups and downs, takes good care of the kids and takes care of the house, so you can do projects, keep your house fixed, and build a business, she's a keeper. Stace.
What?
Love you.
Love you.
No, she's still here, so I guess we're doing good. Chris says, getting started. How many baby quail do you have now? See, homestead fabricator. How to do some repair videos on stuff that need welding. Maybe get a brush hog that needs metal repair, stuff like that for videos. Yeah, you could do a lot of flipping stuff. At least, I don't know how it is in your area, but in my area, I'll tell you what. If you're a welder, and if you want to flip vehicles, buy a bunch of vehicles that are solid mechanically, that have rotted out bodies and frames. Grab them, re-weld them, fix them up, and just fix the bodies and frames, put them back online, done. But I don't know if that's the case where you're at, but around here, frames and bodies just get rotted out. So if you're welding and you're just looking to flip and make a few bucks, that's what I would do. That's totally what I would do. I don't know about snowblowers and snowmobiles and all that, but cars, vehicles, where they're rusting and rotting out, and the motors and transmissions are still good, I grab those things, weld them back up, and put them back online and sell them up. But I'm not a great welder. Actually, I'm not a good welder. I'm not even a half decent welder, actually. So I would not do that because, yeah, I would not be very good at it. I actually hire other people to do welding when I need it to be reliable because I'm not very good at it. Let's see. Getting started in homesteads of it. I have 10 baby quail now, Chris, and I think more are getting ready to hatch. Oh, that's cool. It's always fun watching things like babies to hatch, right? We've done that many times here.
Yes. Really fun.
DP Mike says, I'm the same way. I don't think I can ever work for someone else anywhere. Yeah, no. It's tough too because like it gets to be scary, especially with the kids and stuff. Like you need a guaranteed income, and when things suddenly don't feel guaranteed anymore, it gets scary. So you start thinking about going to work for someone. But for me, it's like a bad nightmare. Like I don't want to work for someone else. I don't. Um, I've done that most of my life. I've worked for other people, and now that I'm just working for myself and I get to choose what I want to do, as time goes on, I get more choosy on what I want to do. I actually turn down more work as time goes on, and I actually feel good about it. When I lose a job that I don't want to do, I like it. I feel good about it because I knew it wasn't something that I was meant to do. So there's a lot of benefits to working for yourself, but there's also a lot of downsides to it. But you have to be willing to accept the downsides to take the benefits of the upsides. And the upsides outweigh the downsides if it's what is meant for you. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's not for everyone, but for the people that it is meant for, it's worth it. It's the best way I could put it, I guess. I do want to say at some point here, I know I've been talking about it for the past month or so. At some point, I am planning on doing a podcast. I have a personal channel on YouTube. I'm going to open up a podcast. I'm going to do a weekly live podcast, record it. I'm going to put it on Stitcher and iTunes and Android, and we're going to have a live podcast every week at some point. And it's going to come up probably, hopefully, in the next month or so, where it's going to talk a lot about like personal decisions and trials and tribulations and just things that life brings you and decisions that you have to make and how they can affect you and how they've affected me. I'll bring on guests and they can talk about things that have come up with them and like how they've approached their decisions. And I think it would help a lot of other people because that's what's helped me a lot in making the decisions I've made is listening to and talking to other people about their experiences. So I kind of want to do the same thing and share that with other people because I think it would be a lot of fun to be able to kind of give back that same kind of experience. So at some point I'm going to be doing a podcast. I'm not quite sure when yet, but it's going to come up. Homestead Fabricator says, got pictures to prove he is Santa. Yeah, well, send them to me and I'll evaluate that.
Me too.
Yeah, Emma, you have to get her approval.
So what that means he has to.
Wallhawk says, randomly telling Stacy you love her just makes her think you did something.
Not always.
She said not
Not
always,
always.
but probably most of the time. Homestead Fabricator, not interested in doing frames, but might do bodywork at some point in the future, if not for profit, just for the knowledge and experience. Around here, I think around here that would be a pretty big deal. Jeffrey says, Mike, randomly point both pointer finders towards Stacy and say you're cute. Works on. See, getting started homesteader. I hope to retire from my job now in 3 years. Set a goal, man. Set a goal and just, work towards it. That's what I did. It takes time, patience. It's not fun knowing, you're working towards something that you're excited about and you just want to make the jump. the whole time, and all you can think about is that. And at some point, you can't think about anything else, and you just have to do it. That's where I got. I was at a point where I was just like, I can't even think about my regular. I'm trying to work my regular job every day, and I couldn't even do it because all I was thinking about was something else. It got to the point where my company was paying me to do nothing because I just could not focus anymore. And so that's kind of that was my deciding factor. Homestead fabricator, even if nobody buys the first saw blade table, it felt making something in the shop. Make stuff in the shop that makes you happy, if not making something to order. Yeah, you know what? Make stuff that you enjoy making and post it online and keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. Don't post it once. Post it 100 times, 200 times. It doesn't matter. Like, just eventually somebody's going to see it. They're going to see it, and they're going to see it in the way that you see it. And they're going to be like, hey, that is really cool. I want to own that. They'll buy it from you. You'll get rewarded. You'll be happy, and you're going to make the next thing. I'll tell you, it did not happen overnight for the stuff that I'm doing. I've been doing this for a few years, and I mean, I left my job in April, but it took me a couple of years working towards this to try to figure that out. And even then, I still don't have 100% figured out. But I took the risk, and it's scary. But you know, everybody's different. Every situation is different. Just keep doing what you love, and it'll be worth it. I mean, just keep doing what you love, and it'll be worth it. Always, always. Just, I mean, stop doing what you love. Doesn't make sense. So keep doing what you enjoy doing. If you enjoy doing it, keep doing it. If it's stressful to you and it's causing you anxiety, just stop. Find what doesn't cause you anxiety and do that. Like, period. Let's see. Getting started in homestead says 3 years I'll be eligible for my retirement. Cool, yeah, that'd be exciting. Then you'll have more time to spend doing stuff that you really love doing. And that's the big thing. It's like, I used to talk about, like, when I retire, when I have time, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then something just gave, and I got sick of it. I know what something actually gave. My father passed away. I realized life was too short when I saw what happened to him. And I decided I wasn't going to let that happen. And I did not want to be that example for my children either. I wanted them to look at me and say, he didn't wait till he retired. He didn't wait till he was old enough. He didn't wait till whatever. He did what he wanted to do to make him happy, right?
You do what you want to do.
From when you start, and you're done with school, and you're ready to go and do what you want to do, you're going to do what?
Play baseball.
But you're going to,
Do what I like.
Is that what you love doing?
Yes.
Then do it.
I'm going to be a teacher. Because
These kids are going to do what they love. I don't care how much money they make. I don't care if they make nothing. They're going to figure out how to live making what they love doing. Period. It's the only way to live. I mean, you spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day working. You cannot be unhappy at your job. I did it for a long time, like a lot of people do. And it takes time to figure that out. And I figured it out, and I'm working a lot more for a lot less, but I'm a lot happier. So that's the point. Hey, Mark, Lindsay, how you doing? Man, I just saw your live. This is what I get for going to buy food. Hey, people require food. I can't knock that.
Yeah.
Getting started homesteading says, hey, Mark. Hello, Mark. Chris says, hi, Mark. Howdy. Homestead Fabricator says, Mike just sent you pics of Santa via Facebook Messenger. It's a real beard, not a fake one. He's the real deal. Ooh.
Wait, who is he?
I'll show them after the live stream.
Okay.
Ooh, you might see real Santa. So it's coming up on 8 o'clock. I'm going to end the live stream here in a few minutes. If anyone has any questions, wants to know anything that's going on, any suggestions on new videos, we have a lot of projects coming up and ideas that we want to work on. If you guys have any ideas, I'd definitely be open to hearing them. We're having a lot of fun doing this. We're going to do a live stream every Friday night, going forward still, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I know there's not a lot of people that always join us, but hopefully we're going to get more and more that people can come on and just chat with us and hang out. I think that would be a lot of fun. There's 8 watching now, but hopefully we'll see more in the future. If you guys like this video, please definitely give us a thumbs up. Right there?
Yes. Subscribe.
Thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet and you like looking at my ugly mug, give us a thumbs up. And if you don't like my ugly face, well, you always have her. So and this dude.
Also,
He's kind of questionable.
after you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell.
So yeah, hit the bell for the
See?
notification squad.
Notification squad.
Let's see, check the last few comments here. Me being more happy is all your fault, Mike. You introduced me to Mike Gary V. Start your own business, quit the normal job. Hey, you know what? Just be real, man. Just be real. It doesn't matter who suggested you did what. Just do what your mind and heart tells you to do. If you do that, you can't blame anyone but yourself. And even then, just keep doing it. I mean, if you're happy, keep doing it. If you're not happy, stop doing it and do something else.
Notifications for that.
So, getting started in Homestead, it says, good night and God bless. Good night, man. Good night, good getting started. Homestead Fabricators, so you somewhat inspired me to do the same. Build a business to the point of being able to quit my job. Jeffrey, you're going to get there, man. You're going to get there. Just keep the faith, man. Stay positive. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Just keep on keeping on. Chris says, y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Homestead Fabricator says, end your videos by saying, let it go.
Let it go.
Getting started Homesteader says, alright, let's do it. You ready? This might be a little weird, but get ready, guys. Sorry.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Go away and slam the door. I don't care
what they're going
to say.
Let
The
the
storm
storm
rage
rage
on.
on. The
Cold doesn't bother me anyway.